Have you ever found yourself wondering, is God really in control? Why does his plan feel so confusing or unclear? You're not alone. Many of us question God's plan at some point in our lives. But today I want to share with you why you don't have to question it, and why trusting his plan brings peace and hope. Life can be tough, and sometimes the path we're on is full of twists and turns. Maybe you hoped for a certain job, relationship, or breakthrough, and it didn't happen the way you wanted. Or maybe a difficult season has you asking, is God really working on my behalf? First, let's remember this simple truth. God's plan is perfect because he sees the bigger picture, even when we can't. Imagine a child trying to solve a complicated puzzle, only seeing a few pieces. That's how we often see life, only a part of the whole. But God is like the master puzzle maker, knowing exactly how every piece fits. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Isn't that comforting? God's plans are good, even when the road is hard to walk. Think of Joseph from the Bible. He was sold into slavery by his brothers, thrown into prison, and faced so many setbacks. At times, Joseph might have questioned God's plan for his life, yet God was with him every step of the way. Eventually, Joseph became a powerful leader in Egypt, saving many people from famine, including his own family. His story reminds us that God's plan is bigger than our troubles. Or consider Esther. She was in a foreign land, unsure of her role and her future. But God used her courage at just the right time to save her people. Sometimes, God's plan takes time to unfold, and we have to trust him through the wait. We all face times when doubts slip into our minds. It's okay to feel unsure. Faith doesn't mean never having questions. But what matters is where we take those questions. When we lean on God's promises and his word, we find strength and reassurance. Psalm 46:10 encourages us, "Be still and know that I am God." In the busyness and chaos of life, being still means trusting God, even when we don't understand everything. It's about saying, "Lord, I may not see the way, but I believe you see the way for me." Sometimes trusting God's plan means letting go of our own plans. That can be hard because we like to be in control, but surrendering to God's plan is where real peace begins. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Let me share this with you. God's timing is perfect. What seems like a delay or disappointment may be a setup for something greater. When we choose to trust him, we open ourselves to his blessings and guidance, even when we don't have all the answers now. So, if you're watching this and you've been questioning God's plan, I want to encourage you to pause, take a deep breath, and remember who God is: faithful, loving, and always working for your good. You don't have to have it all figured out because God already does. Keep your heart open to God's direction. Pray honestly, speak your fears and hopes to him, and read his word daily. Surround yourself with a community of faith that can lift you up when you feel low. And here's your call to action. If this message touched your heart, if you believe God has a good plan for your life, even when it feels unclear, type amen in the comments. Let's stand together in faith and encouragement. Remember, your life story is in God's hands, and his plan for you is full of hope, purpose, and love. Trust him, walk by faith, and watch how he works miracles in your life. Thank you for listening, and may God's peace fill your heart today and always. Amen.